Hey everybody. They missed a real opportunity by having this be film number 12 instead of film number 11. But the 12th movie of the Criterion collection is the perfect. This is Spinal Tap, directed by Rob Reiner from the United States in 1984. Let's operate on the assumption that you haven't seen this movie. That's going to be fair. This film is a mockumentary about a rock band that doesn't exist. That's basically the premise. They were, in their heyday, very big. The movie never says it, but the band is now kind of on its way out. They're playing much smaller venues. Their fan base is rabid, but there's a lot fewer of them. But the band doesn't realize that they're on the way out, that they aren't significant anymore. And the movie is a mockumentary of their United States tour when they haven't been to the States in a long time. This film is hilarious. This film is very funny. It's very well written. Jokes on jokes on jokes. It's layered. I do a little bit of research after I watch these for the Criterion Collection just to see what the general vibe is. And what's really funny is a lot of musicians, big ones that you've heard of, love this movie because they say that, yeah, that's what it's like. We've been captured on film. This is what it's like touring. Ozzy Osbourne has said that, the lead singer of Dokken. I can't remember others, but so many. It's very good. There's a lot of fun comedic bits. This thing goes to 11. How much more black? None more black. The Stonehenge bit. Anyway, it is a hilarious movie. Definitely worth checking out. I am so glad it is in this collection. It deserves to be. It is the first unadulterated comedy we've had, but again, we're only 12 movies in. I would like to take a minute to talk about the genre of the mockumentary because it is one of my favorite genres of film. And it helps that it's not oversaturated. There's not a ton of mockumentaries out there, although TV shows like The Office and What We Do in the Shadows have popularized it somewhat. But I'm not going to get too deep into this, but I would argue that those TV shows use the mockumentary as a framing device for their show, as opposed to really leaning into the genre itself. And it's fine. They're good shows. They're fun shows. I like them. But they're not the full mockumentary feel, because a mockumentary not only does a parody of whatever genre it's about, in this case rock music, but it also serves as a parody of filmmaking, because often you see the filmmaker, in this case Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner is in the movie playing a character that is the director of this documentary that they're doing. So you get to see them kind of lampoon themselves and the filmmaking process while also lampooning whatever the topic of the film is, which is nice. It's like an onion. It's got layers. It's great. This was one of the first ones. I think it was the first one written by Christopher Guest. However, the writing credits are pretty extensive because several of the scenes are ad-libbed, and a lot of the actors got writers' credits for their scenes. So Christopher Guest did go on to make a series of mockumentaries with different people. Some returning stars, Fred Willard, Michael McKean. So you can, if you like this movie, you can look for Waiting for Guffman, which is about theater. Best in Show, which is about dog shows. I don't think he did Drop Dead Gorgeous, but Drop Dead Gorgeous is another good one about beauty pageants. For Your Consideration, which is about film awards. I haven't seen that one yet, but I need to. Another one I want to recommend that is not Christopher Guest, but It's one of my favorites, although I don't think it's one of the best, but it is one of my favorites, is a mockumentary called And God Spoke, which is a mockumentary about two a producer and a director who make schlock. They make B movies. They make the kind of garbage I normally watch. Dial in for Ninja or whatever. And they decide to make a movie of the Bible. Not just like part of the Bible. They're doing the whole beginning to end, the Bible in one movie. They do not have the budget for it. They do not have the skills for it. It goes wrong in every conceivable way, and I love that movie so much. It is an obscure little mockumentary, and since I'm talking about mockumentaries in this, I wanted to take an opportunity to plug it. I also found out, back to Spinal Tap, because this is about Spinal Tap and the Criterion collection, they are making a sequel this year, Spinal Tap 2, to catch up on the band now, which is fantastic. Rob Reiner's back, the actors are back, I'm excited, I'm here for it. But what's interesting is, it won't be the first sequel. Because apparently in the 90s, they came out with a direct-to-video movie called The Return of Spinal Tap. I have never heard of this. I mentioned it to a coworker of mine who loves this movie. He had never heard of it. If you want to try and find a DVD of it, it's like $90. So I am currently trying to track down a copy of this for myself. The fact that we haven't heard of it when the original is so highly acclaimed is not a good sign. But it is a sign that it's something I would enjoy, because I love me some garbage movies. Yeah, so mockumentaries are fantastic, and there aren't a ton of them, which makes them even better, I think, because it means there aren't that many bad ones, because there aren't that many mainstream ones anyway. This was really enjoyable. This is a blast. This is Spinal Tap is always fun to watch. It's hilarious. The next movie, also great, also kind of a blast, not very funny. We will be staying in the United States. 1991, directed by Jonathan Demme, Demme, Demme or Demme. It's The Silence of the Lambs. So that'll be fun. I'll see you guys next time.